See what I mean, Walter?
Sure, I got good eyesight. You mean you want him to have the policy without him knowing it? And that means without the insurance company knowing that he doesn't know it. That's the setup, isn't it?
Is there anything wrong with it?
No, I think it's lovely. Then if some dark, wet night that crown block did fall on him...
What crown block?
Only sometimes it can't quite make it on its own. It has to have a little help.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course, it doesn't have to be a crown block. It can be a car backing over and we could fall out of the upstairs window. Any little thing like that, just so it's a morgue job.
Are you crazy?
Not that crazy. Goodbye, Mr. Dietrichson.
What's the matter?
Look, baby, you can't get away with it. You want to knock him off, don't you?
That's a horrible thing to say.
What'd you think I was, anyway? The guy that walks into a good-looking dame's front parlor and says, "Good afternoon, I sell accident insurance on husbands." You got one that's been around too long, one you'd like to turn into a little hard cash? Just give me a smile and I'll help you collect? Boy, what a dope you must think I am.
I think you're rotten.
I think you're swell, so long as I'm not your husband.
Get out of here.
You bet I'll get out of here, baby. I'll get out of here, but quick. So I let her have it straight between the eyes. She didn't fool me for a minute, not this time. I knew I had hold of a red-hot poker and the time to drop it was before it burned my hand off. I stopped at a drive-in for a bottle of beer, the one I had wanted all along. Only I wanted it worse now, to get rid of the sour taste of her iced tea and everything that went with it. I didn't want to go back to the office, so I dropped by a bowling alley at 3rd and Western and rolled a few lines. To get my mind thinking about something else for a while. I didn't feel like eating dinner when I left, and I didn't feel like a show. So I drove home, put the car away, and went up to my apartment. It had begun to rain outside, and I watched it get dark and didn't even turn on the light. That didn't help me either. I was all twisted up inside, and I was still holding on to that red-hot poker. And right then it came over me that I hadn't walked out on anything at all. That the hook was too strong. That this wasn't the end between her and me. It was only the beginning. So at 8 o'clock, the bell would ring and I'd know who it was without even having to think. As if it was the most natural thing in the world.